Good evening, people. How is everybody doing this evening? So it's been an interesting day. It's been a computer day. It's just about dark outside, and we got here just before light this morning. Thank you all for putting up with me and coming out and hanging out. We're going to have a little bit of marathon tonight, but it's been a computer day all day. So I had to figure out Steam, which is the app that runs the software for the marathon game. And I tried to get the game to go, and I was like, what in the hell? And I see I got people streaming, and Twitter or Twitch is lighting up. All kinds of my favorite streamers getting online and streaming marathon. And I'm like, I can't even load the game. So, turned back around from there. I finally typed in search. I found the search. It was all new software to me. And I typed into it marathon server stomp or whatever. And it came up. I loaded that software into it. It says 331 gigabytes. I was like, that's a big file. That's a huge file. So I went through and deleted my whole archive of stream video. I got it on YouTube. I can download it. I can do whatever. So it's not a big thing. So I whacked that. Whack. There's like 250 megabytes or gigabytes right there. 250, 300 gigabytes. So I did good on that. I knocked that out of the way. It loaded very quick. I was surprised by my connection and everything else held up very well. What I paid for. So it loaded. Then I had to figure out what was going on with the game. I finally got the game to load, and it's loud. Oh my goodness! And break your eardrums, shatter the windows, and I had a good time. I had a good time, and I finally get it to load and start up, and it loaded. And next thing I know, I'm playing. And then I had to get my controller to work, adjust some settings and stuff like that. And I got my controller to work. I was happy about that. And then jump right in the middle of the hellfire with a knife and, do training camp 101. And I'm going through it. I got all the way to the end to the exfil place on it solo. And the robots, they got me. The UNSC or whatever it's called. I was laying down. I was like, "Evac me before I die." And they put this robot come out, put its sucklers on me, and pulled the life out of me. And I failed. It said run complete, but it didn't say exfiliated or exfiltrated or whatever that was. So I set it down because that was like 20 minutes. I was learning all the buttons, figuring this thing out. It wasn't too bad once I got into it. So the graphics were good. I was happy with the graphics. Turned around from there. The gameplay felt good. The machine guns. I got hold of a machine gun. I said, "Ooh, this is sexy." This reminds me of Destiny. I said, "This feels good." So I was happy with the gunplay. That's what I was worried about, and happy with it. Happy with the switching the weapons. Some things seem to be a little similar, so I jumped right into it and took a break, ate some lunch, ate me a grilled cheese sandwich again for lunch, and some green beans, and turned back around from there. Jumped back into it, made it through the level, didn't do as much searching and everything else. Knew where everything was, went straight to the get me out of jail free card. And then I started up on the main screen. And I'm like, where is everything? And more buttons and everything else. Got to pick which shell I want. I think I'm going to go with the Titan shell for the beginning. And that kind of thing. And we're going to find that out in just a few minutes. Just a few minutes. Now, you notice I started up early. My dear friend Mr. James is at the grocery store. He just called me. And unfortunately, I gave him an Xbox One if that's the one he got. It had some image problems on the hard drive, and he got it sorted out, I think, through the tech support for Xbox. And I think he has that. Well, this here's gone to the new systems, and it only supports Xbox X and Xbox S. So, in Steam and then PlayStation 5. So that's all it supports. So Mr. James is not going to be able to play Marathon tonight. He did not sound like he was discouraged that much. I said, we'll just play some Destiny, man. I love Destiny. So we'll just play some Destiny. So he's sore. He's been working in the house. He had the day off. Well, it wasn't off for him. He ended up working at the house that caught on fire, cleaning it up and getting all the stuff out of there and put it in the dumpster and filling out all the paperwork for the insurance companies. So I'll let him talk about that when he comes online. But he should be here about 8 o'clock or something like that. Which reminds me, I have to get into Discord. So let me open up Discord. This is a huge game, and I was really worried about it working with OBS, and I've shut down a lot of extra stuff and stuff like that, and try to get it all to work and play well together. And it doesn't look like Discord is wanting to open up. So oh, there it is open. Alright. Get down in my file. It is lagging a little bit. World connecting. I always have problems. Disconnected. Connected. Disconnected. Connected into the World Live TV Twitch locked channel for streaming. I updated Discord earlier tonight. It wanted updated. No route. When all else fails, disconnect. There we go. And it's lighting up. Okay. So we got Discord up and running. Gotta get all this stuff up. Ooh, a bunch of lag. Gotta get all this up and running, test the system, see if I can play this game, if I need to bring some of the video quality down. This is a good laptop, good display. So far so good. But I'm putting it to the test now. So we got that. So James will be on here in a little bit. So when he jumps on, I'll hear him, and I'll dump out a marathon or something like that, and that kind of thing. See what else. Other than that, it's been my day surviving. Today was a surviving day. I got the mail, a bunch of junk mail, other people's mail. They have a tendency around here to give you other people's mail, so I put that in the proper drawer. Other than that, just hanging tin, cleaning up the house a little bit. I got some laundry I started in the other room. I have to throw in the dryer after it rinses out on the second cycle. Other than that, I'm settled in for a big game night. So let's get started. Let's put my headphones on. All right. So let's go to game webcam. Woohoo! All right. Go to faction, establish link. are you?
I'm Oni, your onboard navigational intelligence. Your consciousness and my neural programming are inexorably interlinked. Think of me as a friend, one you don't yet remember. You may still be experiencing some memory degradation from the damage to your perception matrix. But worry not. Cyber Acme is here for you. I'm here for you. Per our arrangement, you've come to Tau Ceti to scavenge the ruins of a long-lost human colony. Now that we've successfully calibrated you to new Cascadia systems, our next step is connecting with factions who will pay for your services. The Unified Earth Space Council is equipped with advanced, faster-than-light communications technology. Commandeer it, and I should be able to reverse engineer direct contact with faction representatives back home on Earth and Mars.
Alright, so that's that. Got that connected. And here's what... Okay, 8080. I guess a decent run. I got a couple guns, couple weapons, got a few things. Alright. Alright. Those are locked. Select that. Little cumbersome in the menus, but it's all right. It makes it interesting. I do not know how to. All right. It took a little bit to load up before, so you see Discord is or yeah, Discord's working.
Warning. Localized threats detected. Risk assessment advised.
Stay alert. Systems damaged. It slips away.
Thanks.
Prepare for increased hostile action. 20 minutes remain. Priority contract complete.
Déjà vu. Stay alert. Threat spotted. Stealth engaged. The shadow path.
Alert. Profit opportunity detected. 15 minutes remain. Profit opportunity updated. You will see reinforcements incoming.
I'm losing myself. Goodies here. Got something.
Rip. Two of us are dead. Ah, that was no good. So that was Marathon. It was pretty good. It's serious. Eliminated the whole team. All right. Runner eliminated. 20 items lost. I like it. I really do. It's serious gameplay. It's for the serious player. You know, you can have some fun and carry on and laugh and kind of that kind of thing, but it's playing for keeps, and I do love it. I do love it. All right, so we'll get out of this. Get ready for my buddy James. Getting out of this is always a challenge. My frames per second is all over the place. There it worked. Exit the desktop. It's thinking. It's going through everything. It's thinking. Ta-da! So I love it. It's great. Battle Eye. The super kick your ass Battle Eye. It doesn't like my. It doesn't like my Nornanavirus, but you'll have things like that with antiviruses. So it's pretty cool. Like I said, it's intense. It's really got you on the edge of your seat. You're trying to figure it out. You see, I hung out behind that Void guy, the assassin, and kind of just thought they had better idea what was going on. And I just tooled around and kind of did that thing. And I get some good loot. I need a backpack. I lost all my shit, so I have to try it again. So there's another beginner. So I'm glad they filled the team in with you with teammates. That was most excellent. I really enjoyed that part. Nobody's going to talk on the mic, but it was good to have them around. It was good to have some extra guns around, so that's really good. So as you can see, I'm smiling. It's good stuff. Good times to be had, that kind of thing. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to drink me some water. I'm going to go change over my laundry. I am a bachelor, guys. That's where bachelor cooking comes from. I got to call my mom and my sister to help me cook. That's just a part of bachelor cooking. You call the woman up, knows everything. I don't know nothing. And you say, how do you do this? And they say, well, you do it like this. You skin the eggplant, as my sister informed me. So it was on the piece of paper, too. I just had to read the paper, but I wanted to talk to my sister. So it was good stuff, hanging out. So it's just bachelor. So, that's what you got going on here. It's a good time. We have, we get into all kinds of stuff. We just have just glorious adventures. Water, keep the body going. Keep me up all night is what it does. Keeps me up all night. So I'll be back in a few minutes, guys. Relax and enjoy the scenery, the new look. The camera's moved, the laptop's moved. Try to get my neck feeling better and me to look at the camera. Let me know. Laundry still laundrinating. So I will be back in a few. See ya. Lights working out there on the car. I put up this last summer. If you were here with me when I was streaming, went out on and checked on it. Make sure it was all lit up. You got Cade and a beautiful glow. Beautiful glow, Cade. And the Drifter. I do like the Drifter the best. So, you have that. Let's get some Destiny music going so my headphones don't cut out. We're in the second rinse. I do like rinsing it a couple times. Seems like the downy works better. All right, the baby battle eye, battle net or whatever it is. Waiting for it, waiting for it. So that was that. I enjoyed it. I really did enjoy it. It was a good time. We're gonna be playing it tomorrow morning, all morning long, all morning, without music, as far as I know, unless I get in the mood. Get to play it, get to stream it, get to post it, get to put it on YouTube. So we got to be a positive little happy little person and talk about good little happy things, and which is all difficult for me. If you guys watch my streams, I'm a little dire. So, you'll have that. Serious things in the world, and I'm attracted to serious things. Bungie, give me destiny. There we go. A little bit of Bungie music. So my headphones don't crap out. Sorry I talked about having marathon this morning and yesterday and the day before. I think the day before. Well, at least when I streamed. And just didn't work out that way. I didn't realize that you had to have the newer consoles to be able to play. I read that today and I was like, ooh, James is not going to be able to play marathon. We did get a game in. I'm still new. I'm going to get focused up. And come on, dear. All right. My Titan's at 550. Makes everything tough. All right. Get a little Destiny music. I'm using my keyboard too. I bought a couple years ago, or a year ago. A year ago for my laptop. So it's a gaming keyboard. It's pretty nice. I like it. All right. So that takes care of all that. So where are we at? We are at. This is Thursday evening game night with family and friends, starting at 8. James will be on 8:30, somewhere in there. And turn back around from there. Friday is going to be marathon. Saturday is the TWID Bunching Foundation information and marathon. And Sunday, we did our 2 bachelor cookeries this month. So we're on break from it until I get my budget together and get all these doctors out of the way. I said doctors was the big thing, and it is a big thing. Get stressed out about everything. So just a regular marathon. We're gonna play as long as my little brain can play. And as you can see by my hair and my wild eyes, it could be a while, it could be a few minutes, but we're going to do our best. And we'll try to get 3 or 4 hours in, is the goal, a day. So that's Sunday. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I have off. Tuesday, if I remember correctly, I get to go see my general doctor, or my general, my family physician. So talk to him about the heart doctor, the cardiologist, not reading anything, not knowing what's going on, and saying I was in horrible shape. I'll debate that. But mostly go into them and talk about the GLP pens and which one would be the best with me for all what I have going on. And I gotta take my little notepad. I gotta remember to take my notepad. And prices. I gotta figure out what my insurance will cover. So that's a big thing. So basically, I want a pen that does designer doses, which is adjustable doses, so I don't get over medicated. One of the big things people going into the emergency room because of it nowadays is because they're overdosing themselves. They're giving them too big of a shot, and overeager to make it work. And people are getting sick. It's making them sick. So we don't want none of that. None of with what I got going on. All this, the disabilities and medication I'm on. So we got to talk him through on that. Talk to him about a pill. There's a pill out now, so I can see that would be interesting. See if it's for me. Basically do that. See what else. Then Wednesday is my therapist. I got to talk to him about everybody's behavior and them against us and us against them and the sanction of you're the mentally ill people and they're the therapists, they know all better. Well, the mentally ill people have usually been victims. They're usually victims, and they've been through a lot and everything else. They deserve a little kindness that I'm not seeing very often. And well, most of them, the therapists, the psychiatrists, and the psychologist, go into the field because there's something wrong with their mentals. Trust me on that. I've experienced it firsthand. These people got some serious issues, serious like criminal activity issues. Like a couple of my doctors had criminal issues. And basically from there, uh, 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 they need mental health experts to treat them to make sure they're capable of being um, um, pr- practicing medicine, for lack of a better term. So we got to work on to talk to them in theory and all that kind of stuff. With doing it logically instead of being upset from his attitude. He's had a shitty attitude. So gonna work with him on that. I'm gonna work with him. He wants to be alpha dominant. So he's saying I want to work with you on that. So that's what we got to work on. See what else. So we got that Tuesday and Wednesday. Back at it Thursday. Marathon. Power to the marathon. This is M Day, Marathon Day. Thursday, game night with family and friends, and marathon in the morning. See here. After that is marathon on Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday is marathon. So that's kind of the couple weeks out what I got going on. I got to get groceries on the 10th. I got to see my psychiatrist. So I got to deal with all that kind of stuff. Stressful. Doctor after doctor after doctor. It's like one or two of them a week. It's pretty stressful. That's why I'm so stressed out. It's just stressing me out. Hit my triggers, guys. Hit my triggers awfully hard. So I gotta keep my shit together. Because no matter what happens, I am a male, a big guy, in the ripe age between 20 and 50 or 55. So I'm prime candidate to be subject to observation by anybody thinking somebody might do something wrong. I am a prime candidate for that on their opinion. And that's what I'm going to talk to my therapist about. That's the problem. So I haven't heard back from my psychiatrist. I sent him my lithium levels. I posted those in chat and Discord. Haven't heard back from him on that, so I don't know if he's out working on the house, did something different, or what he's got going on. I told him I was stressed out, so he may have like, whoa. So we'll have to see how that goes. So, other than that, that's what I got going on. It's pretty busy. So, it's a good thing I rested up and stuff like that is a most excellent idea. Tonight after stream, I'll post everything to YouTube and do all that and get all that situated. And basically from there, I'll watch a little bit of Sad Queen. She might play Marathon, she might play not, and hang out in there. And encourage good things. She's in a rough spot. So if you get a prime or something to help her out, don't be too judgmental where it goes. She's got some interesting choices where she likes to spend money. So understand that and be therefore aware of how it works. Let's see what else. Other than that, probably I'm pretty full. I had another grilled cheese sandwich. I had to eat the grilled cheeses today. That's all I wanted was a grilled cheese sandwich. I got some pork tenderloins out of the freezer, a packet of chicken thighs, and gonna do it up and do some cooking. Tomorrow on some pork chops, and the day after on some chicken thighs. Bake some chicken thighs, fry up some chicken thighs, do something. I got some country gravy. I'm thinking like the chicken thighs and country gravy. I got some red potatoes. So that would be a meal that filled me up all day. So one that would last me on a couple days. So get those chicken thighs, get them seasoned up, salt and pepper, some Himalaya salt, some nice cracked pepper, some fresh cracked pepper. Flip them over, put them in a frying pan that's got a little bit of vegetable oil in it. Just a little bit. Enough to cover up the bottom of it a little bit. And slap the seasoned side down, then season slap the tops, turn them upside down, slap them in there, and season the bottom of them. Salt and pepper and that kind of thing. Keep an eye on them. Throw them up in the stove. Got to find that recipe on how long to cook them. I think you cook them for so long, then you flip them over. They were very good, like 20 minutes. Or you cooked them. You just cooked them in there 20 minutes. 25. I do 25 minutes. So that was pretty good. I cook up some nice gravy, country gravy, and make up some potatoes, some taters. Taters are maybe too much. Yeah, I make up a few taters, fry those up in the air crisper, and go to town. That would be one hell of a big meal for me. So I'll munch on that for a couple days. So I'll do that Tuesday or so. About the time I see my doctor, distract me, give me something good to eat. I did get into the cardiologist on Monday, and and I got up to the weighing machine, and they said, "Step on up," and I peeled off my jacket and all the computers equipment that I had on me and keys and all that kind of stuff. Had a pair of tennis shoes on me, not my heavy boots. And I was right. I got down to 266, which is still about 70 pounds, 80 pounds too heavy. Hence the GLP pill. But I've lost 10 pounds and just eating better, eating healthier, a lot more vegetables, and doing that kind of thing. And it was good for me. And I've had a lot of fun with the bachelor cooking shows with the more vegetables and all that kind of stuff. So it's give me an opportunity to cook stuff I haven't cooked before. So I've truly enjoyed that. So, but I lost about 10 or 11 pounds. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm trying not to eat it back on. Go out of my way. It's a grilled cheese sandwich is cool. Kind of high calorie on the cheese, but using the oil to toast the bread instead of using the butter to do it. And that seems to work a lot better. So, you'll have that. So, other than that, that's what's been going on the food side of life. I do enjoy it. I'm a very humble soul. I'm not rich. I'm not poor. I'm not poor, but I am on a budget. So I keep to myself for my mentals. I hang around the house here. I do stuff. I work on the house. I fix things up. I clean things up. I rearrange stuff. And I just, relax a little bit. And I get out now when the weather permits and get some exercise. Walking over to the cemetery. That's exactly right over there, right across the open little lot here. It's an open lot. And walk all the way up down this hill this way. Then turn down by the mailboxes about a quarter mile away from where I sit now. And scoot on over up the road to the cemetery. Walk up the hill to the cemetery, to the top of the hill. I go past my house here, and I go all the way to the top of the hill in the back there. And then I turn back around and walk down the hill, around, then up this hill, and get about a half mile in. Just 1/2 mile. So I do that a couple times. Get some stuff in. It's on a slant. I try to walk fast, as long as my COPD isn't killing me, and get into it and get some exercise. And then on Thursdays or Wednesdays, I walk around the hospital with my therapist and get some exercise there. So I do what I can. I definitely need to get out more. So my house is. I do not have a big. I don't know. I had a 8 acre, 6 acre lot when I lived down on the farm. Take care of. I had flowers and a little garden, a nice little garden, a little raised bed garden. I planted my tomatoes and stuff like that. I just had a good time. But it always kept me busy. I was always staying in the porches, which I did last year, fixing up the house, something always going on, planting some flowers and stuff like that, planting my garden, hanging out with Brave the horse. All of the puppies died. They got old. They got 13, 14, 15 years old. And they all passed away. So that was sad. That was sad. So and just hanging out on the farm. It was a big, nice, relaxing. The hawks would always come down. I had a hummingbird feeder. Little hummies would come in. I'd feed them all the time. Once every other day. Change out the nectar, Kool-Aid, and sugar. You're not supposed to do that, but it worked great. They loved it. Some cherry Kool-Aid. Put it in there. Hang out with them. Had a little bird seed feeder. Um, put the bird seed in the feeder, and cardinals. I had all kinds of beautiful male and female cardinals. And when it snowed, the red cardinals in the snow hanging around the bird feeder. I'd shake the bird feeder so they'd get out and get on the snow. It'd get down on the ground where I shoveled the snow out off typically, but it'd get on the ground. They'd get all pile on the back porch and eat the bird seed. Had to stop that because the bird flu. All them birds around. So there's been a lot of life changes, that's for sure. James! James! Where are you, James? He should be on any minute. Leopard's on. Everybody's on tonight. .41 outside. 41. See what else is going on. Other than that, I live a very simple, kind of quiet life. Doctors and just keep it to myself for the most part. I don't go out and do nothing. I don't go out and party. I don't go out to restaurants that cost big money anymore. And when everybody had COVID, the people that were serving the food to you had COVID, so they'd get COVID on your food. So I didn't want to buy no COVID food. So it was all that kind of stuff. Big ordeals around here. Go in the grocery store. Ooh. Going to the grocery store. That's a big event. So pretty quiet, simple life. So I don't mind. I get the money to have stuff to do, like go out and buy a new truck or buy a used truck that's new to me. Paid cash for this place, or paid for this place, had to get a loan. But I put a down payment on it. It was like 10 grand I put down payment on it. Truck I paid 10 grand, put it on there. So this, not going out, not doing stuff does pay off. I got a beautiful laptop. I got a Kindle. I got some nice stuff, some cameras. Nice big Sony screen TV. I got a Xbox X. I got some just miscellaneous stuff. Nothing to write home about. So, but I do all right. When I need something, I can get it. So I'm happy for that. And other than that, I'm gonna start writing a book. And if you heard me talk about it, as soon as these doctors slow down some, I mean, I'm worn out. It's got me worn out. How I survived the mental health system in America, and it's going to be a doozy. So put it out there, put all this truths on all these doctors that I've had to deal with, and all these nightmares that I've had to go through, and it's been serious. So gonna get that out there. It's gonna be a self-help book. Gonna go through my story, and then what to do about it, or what to avoid, what to protect yourself, things to watch out for. So, me always wanting to help and always writing. And when I was working, I worked a lot of hours, I worked a big job, and always writing stuff up on how to help people. This is how you do this, this is how you do that. And I did training classes and teaching and all that kind of stuff. So helping people is like what I enjoy doing. So I'd be glad to open up that outlet again and really throw it into it. My therapist, a good thing he said, was he said he had a list: victim, recovering, and healed. A little sheet in front of me. He says, "Well, you're here, you're recovering." I said, "No, I'm still victim. I'm still the victim. I think like a victim because of my harassment and everything else I've been through." I said, "And I do not know how to get out of it. I've been trying. I can't figure it out. I can't stop not being a victim. I am just perpetually stuck in all this crap and malaise where I was just a victim, where I was just how I was treated. Everything reminds me of it. Everything I go through, it's on my mind. I have a conversation and I talk about it. So I'm still a victim." I said, "I don't know, I understand how to do it." He says, "Many people do it different ways, and they come to it, and they figure it out." And I was like, "Well, that's a big help, Captain Trips." So I was like, "Yeah, I'm going to write a book, and I think that's going to help me." He says, "Yes, writing a book and you putting it all out there, telling your story, and getting it heard is something that can really help you into recovery." And I'm like, mentally, I'm like thinking, like, why didn't you say that a minute ago, dude? I mean, what is with you? Just what is wrong with you? I've had that to deal with that for 17 years, and that'll be in the book. So, it's hard. It is hard, going through some trauma and everything else and not feeling like you're fitting in or recovering or healing. Everybody heals differently. But my wounds were pretty deep and pretty tortured. They were like chainsawed into me. So they were pretty horrible. Like many people with trauma, how they feel that their trauma is. And to get out of that victim mode, I still don't understand exactly how you do it, but I think telling your story is one way to do it for sure. Getting heard, getting it out there, getting it recognized, telling your story. The other thing is just letting it go and moving on. If you're a big person, you're super intelligent, you can do that. I'm not that smart. I'm not that intelligent. I struggle with it. I struggle with it all the time. So you got to be a big person too, broad shoulders to shrug that one off. So to be able to pick up and keep on keeping on. So I wish you all the best in that. If I come up with anything, I will let you know. I promise you. But becoming from a victim to somebody that's in recovery, that are healing, that's a big task. That is a lot. And one therapist I had, one of the better things that he told me, he didn't tell me very good things. I had him for about 7 years. Gary Ellis, he was going to school. He said I was his most complicated patient. Gee, thanks. It's great to be number one. And turned back around from there. He says, when are you going to set down your baggage? He'd heard that, and I didn't understand. What baggage? What are you talking about? I'm aching, I'm in pain, I'm suffering, I'm traumatized, I am going through spasms in my mind on dealing with this. And he says, when do you set your baggage down? Step away from it. I don't know. I can't. It's hard. And finally, a couple years ago, I told my therapist, I said, that's one of the things, because he worked the same place he does. Gary done moved on a long time ago. And he said, set down your baggage. So if you can set down your baggage and let it go, let loose of those handles, you're holding on to it. Just let it go and walk away and just forgive. Just let it go. Just let it be at peace. Find peace with it. That's a big thing is right there. Find peace with it. And if you can do that, you're one hell of a person, because it is hard. But you can do it. You can do it. If you set your mind to it, you can do it. So these are the kind of things that would be in my book. So I'm hoping to help people. Let's see. All these. Dan. Dan is awesome. Dan is awesome. I like Dan a lot. Alright. So thank you for the post, Dan. Are you in chat, brother? No, it's okay. Thank you, brother. Alright. So any moment, James, come and save me. I'm talking about gravy on potatoes and chicken. Alright. So what else is there? I've talked a little bit about everything, trying to burn up a half hour. So what else is happening? Other than that, guys, doctors trying to get some rest. Oh, he's not going to be able to make it tonight. That's all right, James. It's totally understandable. I understand you. Not a problem. We will continue on. I hope you get feeling better, James. I do hope you get feeling better. We'll get this situated here. That's exactly what I'm thinking about doing here. At least a little bit of it. All right. I hope you get feeling better, James. I do. I hope you get feeling better. All right. We are shutting down Xbox so it doesn't foul up everything in the mood. Okay, we'll put some on. It takes a minute to fire it up, but we'll get it going here. This is Steam, so back into Marathon. Thanks for letting me know there, James. I hope you get feeling better, brother. I hope you get feeling better. All right. It is loud. Oh, I can get out of the Discord server. Gotta free up a little bit of RAM. PlayStation Studios. Now, I got killed off on my last one. Oh, I don't want to know about that. Thank you very much. Okay. Let's go to loadout. Vault. These are the things I got before. Sponsor kit equipped. All right. These are the different shells. I'm doing the destroyer. That's what I did before. You get the vandal. You get the recon. You get the assassin. I've seen a couple of those already. Assassins running around. And the trash. All right. Get the beginner.
Attention, runner. Tau Ceti 4 is off limits. The planet, its colony, and all connected resources are property of the Unified Earth Space Council. Under UESC law, you are trespassing here and have been marked as an enemy of the state. Theft or data harvesting from this protected system will be met with force. Final warning. Surrender or face extermination.
Cognitive link re-secured. My apologies, friend. The UESC was able to briefly access our neural interface. Out in the cold, dark, deep of space, the UESC holds no real jurisdiction. Cyberacne is not beholden to their petty laws. Neither should you be. I've repurposed the communications technology you collected and can connect you with potential employers. Unfortunately, the UESC is interfering with my attempts to establish contact. Please address the source of this disruption.
Yeah, I do actually like it a lot so far. It's very serious and very intense. And what I've been actually lately missing in Destiny, because I can't do none of the raids or anything like that, that intensity, that focus, my mind really is craving it. So this is actually just the few games I played today. I've really started to get my appetite satisfied with it. So I'm enjoying it a lot.
Reminder. By entering Tau Ceti's biosphere, you consent to cyberacne data harvesting.
Ammo crate on me. I'm compromised. Seeker out.
I love the colors. Something new, something different.
Follow the echoes. Go.
Thanks.
20 minutes remain. Prepare for increased hostile action.
Exit is here. When we're ready. You need assistance. Shield's gone. Claymore down. Hold up. Worth a look. Down here.
It's over for me now. Da-da, da-da. It is good to have a variety. They both got out of there and I did not. All right. stuck.
Reminder, UESC detected nearby. Fatal outcomes are highly probable.
Unfortunate, but fixable. Here. Careful. Unfortunate, but fixable. Find them. Seeing this? Danger spotted.
detected.
Thanks, brother. I'm equals. The whole team eliminated. Alright. That guy is not working for me.
Override achieved. Rook active.
Rook.
Strap ready. The pattern is all around us.
Med drone readiness checks complete.
All right, so it's going to fill it. I need to take a quick break, focused in, get my butt kicked. It's going to, I said that earlier today. It's going to happen a lot, a lot. I'm loving it. So, my dear friend Mr. James wasn't feeling good this evening. He's really been put through a lot. I mentioned that he may not be able to make it some nights. Working on the old house, working on the new house, working on the family, keeping them safe and protected, and healing up the morale and the hurt and the trauma for going through the house fire that he went through. Him and my sister. Just a few weeks back. It's only been about 3 weeks, 4 weeks now, and it has been a lot for him. So our prayers are with him, my dear friend, my brother-in-law, Mr. James, my sister Liza, and the kids. God bless you. Give you strength. Amen. And I will be right back. I'm going to go check the washing machine. It definitely is done now. And put the clothes in the dryer. And I'll be back in a minute. So I had an epiphany. I have time. Let's go through the menus. See if I'm missing anything. So that's the loadout. All right.
Reminder. By entering Tau Ceti's biosphere, you consent to cyberacme data harvesting.
Eyes on. Let's get patched up. Can't take much more. Doctor's orders. Yeah.
Doctor's orders.
Watch out.
Twenty minutes remain.
Feeling better.
Med drone active.
increased hostile action.
Systems failure. Rider down. See this?
I exfiltrated. Eliminated. Eliminated. My boy. Let's do the loadout. What are we doing? I sold all the batteries. All right. That needs a battery. There's one. All right.
Connection to Soul complete. Well done, runner. Reminder. Your partnership with CyberAcme Systems entitles you to a permanent backup of your consciousness. But immortality has its price. Everything that you are belongs to SciAc, until such a time that management is satisfied this debt has been fully paid. Expect deductions from your account at regular intervals as part of our remittance program. I strongly recommend that we establish contact with the factions on Earth and Mars who'd most benefit from the grey area wet work that runners like you specialize in. Their individual interests will aid you in focusing your exploration of Tau Ceti. Please understand that while rival factions may have competing objectives, they're ready to reward runners who prove themselves capable, regardless of any conflicts of interest. Shall we begin? Alert. New Caloric recently flagged you as a runner of interest. This megacorp is known for ruthlessly optimized consumer goods and generous public philanthropy. Don't worry if you're experiencing cognitive dissonance. It's a common response. New Caloric provided the marathon expedition with supplies and mission experts. It still possesses legal ownership of these assets, and its representatives are in search of runners able to recover data and materials from New Cascadia. If you come across New Caloric's colony-era property on the planet's surface, I suggest we forward your findings. They are especially eager to learn what happened to their long-lost personnel. I have a lead on some new contracts for you, runner. Traxxas Off-World Industries is recruiting. Traxxas is a major financial player here and in Seoul. While they have legal salvage rights for Tau Ceti, they also have a long history of conflict with the UESC. Partnering with runners would allow them to avoid corporate liability when sidestepping UESC regulations. Aiding their efforts, legal or otherwise, will be very lucrative. I've identified some ways to catch their attention.
All right. Take a break for a minute here. Starting to catch on just ever so slightly. All right. Put my feet up. Ooh, that feels good. All right. Pardon me.
Cyberacme wishes you error-free operations and optimal outcomes.
That was quick. Thank you, sir.
Warning, reinforcements detected.
Need a charge. System's going offline. Threat spotted. Reckless of me.
Uh-oh. We all died. Elite is 31-33-7. Eliminated within minutes. 2 minutes. Not even 2 minutes. I didn't have a contract either. I wasn't happy with that. Eight items lost. Alright. I think I'm going to call it there for tonight, guys. Do a little relaxing, so get some rest before my stream in the morning. Do a little homework. Guys, it's been fun. I love Marathon. Quiet night tonight on game night. I'm sorry about that, but people needed time to rest and everything else. We're only human, and I ask for understanding and compassion and empathy. Like I said, my brother-in-law and my sister and the kids had a house fire about a month ago, 3 weeks ago, and they've been working in the house, cleaning it out, getting all their stuff that got destroyed, and getting all that situated with the bare minimums that are not rich people, and trying to do the best they can. And everybody's heart sunk. It's 17. I think they've been married 17, 18 years of their life. A lot of it got ruined, destroyed. So prayers, if you could, ever so kindly, for my sister and for James and for the kids. It'd be very understanding. And that would be very, very great. I would be very grateful for that. Everybody else, they're doing their thing. Everybody's playing Marathon and they're doing their thing, loving life. So I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you put up with me. And I love it. I'm going to play a lot more of it. I want to get good at this. So it takes a little ingenuity. The guns, if you do a free loadout, are rough. Single shots, they pack a little bit of a punch. But I'm used to give me a machine gun. Give me a submachine gun. So gonna do our best. Gonna practice. Gonna be patient. Think the long term. And this isn't even the real game. This is just beta. So any progress we make here is going to get removed. Dan. Oh, that's okay, Dan. That's all right. James wasn't able to get on tonight either. He had a headache and that kind of thing. So it's totally understandable. Thank you for letting me know. I'm closing things up now. So I'd be ready in the morning and that kind of thing. I hope your evening went well. The donuts and coffee, I don't know if that was an iced coffee, looked very good, or if they are bagels. They could have been bagels. Looked very good earlier today. You posted on the food channel in the Discord, and I thank you for doing that. Was it great? That looked really good. I'm glad you got it. You're the guy, you're working your butt off. You deserve it. I'm not just blowing smoke up your ass. I think you do. You're a good guy, Dan. Thank you for being here. And prayers out to James and Eliza and the kids. And I will see you all in the morning. Bright eyed and bushy tailed. I'm going to stay up a little bit longer. Find out what I'm going to do with this video. I think I'm going to post it and post it to YouTube and do all that kind of stuff. See you next time, Dan. I'll be around. I am always around. This is my therapy. It does a lot for healing me, helping me grow as a person and individual, and a lot that I don't get out of my real in life therapy. I get a lot out of this that is missing in that, so I'm very thankful for all of you for putting up with me and for helping me grow. I'm getting better every day. I'm getting a little bit better. So I want to thank you because it's been a very, very dark and cumbersome road. So I'm happy to be here. So anyway, no long goodbyes. I'll see you next time in the morning, tomorrow, Friday morning, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to do some marathon. And knowing me, I'll get up in the middle of the night and I'll make a new scene for the intro or something for it, is what I was thinking. So I'll do that. Guys, take care, and I'll see you later.